mic?
I do have my mic, and we are in fact live.
Ooh. Well, then I should put my mic on.
You should put yours on
My
so that
mic is on.
ta-da, we can go live.
All right.
Excellent. So howdy, this is us again, Lovecraft Cocktails, coming at you yet another Sunday. This Sunday's a little strange. It happens to be sort of major holiday for people, so we're broadcasting on Christmas. Hence, we're about an hour late. If anybody is actually joining us for the live broadcast, thank you for taking time out of your Christmas to be with us. We're going to do a little bit of an abbreviated run this evening. I don't think we're going to go the full time, but still, great to see you, great to have you here. We are broadcasting also remotely once again. So we are up in Poughkeepsie, New York, and having a wonderful Christmas with family. And so we are broadcasting from the dining room, where we have commandeered about half the dining room table and shooed everybody out and made them had pie in the living room. And it's been a whole thing. And I think I owe them an apology, or at least some good cocktails at some point. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to talk a little...
Sharing. We've got at least one person watching.
That's probably you.
No, Amanda.
Oh.
Amanda Albert.
Yay, Amanda. Either that or boo, because it means you got nothing better to do on Christmas but hang out with us, in which case, I'm okay with that. I'm happy. So it has been Christmas.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of Christmas stuff.
There has been.
Prior to Christmas, one shops. And we made our traditional pilgrimage up here to go to Viscount, and we have discovered something about Viscount liquors. We really like Viscount liquors, especially for their selection, but as one person called it, it's sort of the Walmart of liquors up here, in that, they got a little of everything, and, it's generally at sort of mid-shelf quality with a couple of exceptions. Like, for instance, they had nothing from St. Lucia. They had... I don't think they had any Four Squares. I'm not even sure they had Barbados rums.
Amanda says, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
love
Amanda.
Y'all.
But we were able to find a couple of things at Viscount that made it into people's stockings this year. And then we went out later and we ran across boutique wines, liquors, and ciders over in Fishkill, right? Yeah. Fishkill, over in Fishkill. And they were amazing. So first of all, they were doing a tasting for Sagamore, and we got to taste some wondrous things from Sagamore, including a rum cask Sagamore and a sherry cask Sagamore that almost came home. One of those almost came home with us. We weren't sure which. And they probably would have, except that, we discovered other things on these shelves there. So what did we come back with? So we came back with a few things. We should be toasting, right?
Yes.
Oh wait, but I have to show, first of all, the thing we're
do.
toasting with.
Yes.
This was shopped for and arrived at before we ever left for Poughkeepsie. And that is this.
One of my presents. I didn't even know this existed.
This is a star present. So she likes Dr. Bird, as do we all here. But she did not know that the pineapple Dr. Bird existed. And apparently, while we were shopping at Ace Liquor, she missed the fact that I had found a bottle of this and skated it off the shelves and paid for it and put it in her cart. So she was quite surprised to find out about the Dr. Bird. So the Dr. Bird is a traditional Jamaican pot still, but it is infused with pineapple and still clocks in at a whopping 114 proof. That's 57% alcohol for you all, folks. And look, it got opened before the broadcast.
Oh my gosh, is that allowed?
Not only did it get opened before the broadcast, but I actually poured a little and let it breathe. So it's been breathing for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to give a little to Star, and I'm going to take a little taste here, and we'll see what the Dr. Bird tastes like with a little bit of pineapple. It also has some other tropical flavors, so there's some mango and other things that have gone into this concoction. So it's kind of like a spiced rum, but it's more of a fruit-infused rum instead. So Star's like, whoa! Oh, so that's a happy star in case you missed that gasp.
Yum.
The nose is very distinctive on this. There's definitely tropical fruits, bananas, pineapple husk on here. As you'd expect, coming in at 57% alcohol, that rockets in pretty hot.
That is nice.
But
That
the
is
flavors
nice
are,
stuff.
whew, and it's warming down the throat, like down into the chest, not just the throat. Okay, but as we all know, with any kind of overproof, Navy strength above, one of the nice things to do is take a sip, swirl it around, kind of get your mouth acclimatized to the high octane of it, and then give it a taste, right? And we'll pick up a little more flavors from it, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can find that.
So this definitely has like the oleosaccharum elements, the husk and the
Right. Not just pineapple
not just pineapple,
juice
but
kind of flavor to it.
the earthy, husky
Yeah. Yeah.
meat of things.
There's a musk to this that is not just the Dr. Bird musk.
Right. So you've got hogo and
Yeah, this is tasty
nice
stuff. This is
stuff.
really good. And for whatever reason, first thing this made me think of is, I'll bet this would be really great with the Marie Laveau bitters. That just seems like it would be a really good match. Okay, so there you go. There's the first thing up from Christmas is this. So we should do a toast. So a toast to friends and family,
to friends and family.
past, present, future. To those that are having a Christmas that may not be the best Christmas, may it be the best Christmas under the circumstances that you can. So there are a number of people that we know that are going through some fairly hard times right now at Christmas time. That always makes it harder. Know that we're here for you in any way possible. And yeah, we're going to drink to the doctor. We're going to have a little doctor. On that second and third taste, the sweetness of the rum comes through. It's a little lost on the first taste because of the burn.
That is some fun stuff.
So what else did we get? Because, we're going to liquor stores buying stuff. So turns out, was it Viscount?
Yeah.
Yeah, Viscount had some of the Rougarou, which, is a Louisiana rum.
So Amanda, you do not need to bring us a bottle.
No, because we've got now a bottle and a half or a
Yeah,
third or something
so-
like that. So we're okay with the
So you can bring
Rougarou.
other things home from.
What else?
Louisiana.
So we did find. What is going on? I'm being attacked by a plant.
You are being attacked
Oh,
by a plant.
it's got my hair. That's what it's doing. Okay. All right. I really like this bourbon. This is from Republic Restoratives in the district. I can't find this in the district. So since
we could go there at some time.
Yes. And this is actually a little different than the Burrow bourbon that I have at home because this is Armagnac cask finished. So I'm really looking forward to this, but there's no reason to open yet another bottle, right? While we're here. What else did we get? You got a tequila.
I did, which is actually a tequila that I can,
This
in
is
theory, get at ABC, but
right, but hasn't been able to find.
But
So
hasn't
this is
been
the
able to find.
tequila arate. Right? And so this is one of the other things that we do. Just because you supposedly can get it locally, sometimes you can't.
right.
And sometimes you can pick it up cheaper in other places.
Right, and Virginia Tea Maven, and He Who Drinks made a cocktail out of that we
Was
still
really-
need to find
was
the
really yummy.
Underberg bitters
Right.
to be able to make that.
That's what we were planning on doing.
So Amanda says,
What did
I'm
she
about
say?
to make a lime oleosaccharum.
Nice.
Just a bunch of lime for cocktails with my family for Christmas.
Here's some
she
husks.
has like 22 ounces of lime. Do I need to
I usually
Do
go.
I need to do 2 to 1 so I can get a longer shelf life, or is oleosaccharin different and okay to go with 1 to 1?
I usually do a 1-to-1 by weight, but you're not going to get. I mean, it's not the same sugar to liquid ratio. It's more closer to a 2-to-1 sugar to liquid ratio because think about it. What's left over are the desiccated husks. It's pulled all of that liquid out of them, so it's already it's somewhere between 1-to-1
Right.
and 2-to-1.
But when you make it, you use the weight of the lime husks.
I use
at
the weight of the lime
equal
husks
amount
or
of-
the banana rinds or the pineapple husks. I just
At
make it
equal
2 to
amount
1 to
sugar.
1. Right. Yep. If you find that you're getting too much liquid from that, you can always add more sugar in, right? And make that syrup a little stronger if you want. Okay. What else did we come away with? What is this? So, oh yeah. So now that we're going to hold off on that one. So Privateer is out of north. Jeez, why am I suddenly drawing a blank? Massachusetts, Ipswich, Massachusetts. And we have a quarantine cask from Privateer. Privateer is doing really great stuff. It turns out that the chief distiller from Privateer, is it Maggie's Farm? I don't remember. My brain is
Privateer.
it's Privateer. Right, has left, and she has gone off to she run off somewhere else to the Caribbean. Is going to be making rum down there. So we got to follow that track a little bit and figure out what's going on there. And then the big find. This was at Boutique. Was
Maggie Campbell joins Mount Gay Rum.
Right, Maggie Campbell. That's it. Yep. So this is a cask strength Barbados rum. Again, so harking back to my favorite, Foursquare. It's actually Rolling Fork is a independent bottler, and they're out of Indiana. So this is bottled in Indiana, but the juice itself is from Foursquare Distillery, and this is Rolling Fork single cask. So they have found a cask that they really like the juice of, and they aged it and bottled it and blended it themselves. Cask strength 55.9%. So we're looking forward to opening this one when we get home.
Yeah.
But tonight,
So Amanda just wanted to confirm she has 22 ounces of lime husks and lime peels. So 22 ounces of sugar.
I would go 22 ounces of sugar. Yep. Okay, so that's what we got for booze mostly. So other things we get stockings. What makes great stocking stuffers? Little itty bitty like. So this is J&B, and we got this. I think principally because of the J&B
Christmas ad. Yeah.
Christmas commercial out there. If you haven't seen it, track
It's
it
a
down.
tearjerker.
A little bit of a tearjerker, especially if you happen to have trans individuals in your family or friends. Definitely a little bit of a tearjerker. And then I found this and had to throw it into the wife's stocking. Never heard anything about this. This is real handcrafted gin. This is a rhubarb and ginger gin. Right. So that looks really yummy. So we'll have to crack into that when we get back. And I have something else to tell you. So you'll note up here that we have this fuchsia tiki bar sign, and we now have a sticker on sticker on the case. That's because there is a tiki bar that has been open like 3.5 years that is in New Paltz, which is very, very close to Poughkeepsie, and we stopped in there. While we stopped in there, we got to meet Tyler LaCorada, I think it's LaCorada, who does Beyond Distilling, or is with Beyond Distilling, and
He is.
he may be Beyond Distilling, and they have this gin that was just fantastic. When you drink it, you think tropical fruits. All forward, it's just tropical fruit. The back end goes, oh, by the way, I'm a gin, right? There's a little bit of juniper at the back end to let you know that it's a gin. Here's the logo for them. There's Beyond Gin. I don't want to put the contact information
Yeah,
in.
but
right?
I'll put the
She'll put.
Facebook.
Yep. So we got a taste of that. That was really cool. That was one of the ingredients in the Saturn that Star had.
Yeah.
She had a Saturn, I had a Mai Tai, and then I followed it up with a 3 dots and a dash from Fuchsia. Great stuff. These guys are awesome. They know what they are doing. Their drinks were on point. I should be making a cocktail at this point.
And their rum collection.
Their rum collection is enviable. Sizably more than mine, which, you know, for a high-end tiki bar is no big deal, but I was impressed. And their attitude is, we like to share our rums with you. So, you know, if there's something up there that you want to see and taste, they're more than willing to make those bottles available to you.
And he
So
went through our
he sat there and went through our list and said, oh, then I think you're going to like this, or like this, or like this. And, oh, you have that? Well, we don't have that anymore, but we do have this. You want to try that? Yeah. And so, yeah, that was so much fun. It was 2.5 hours as they closed up on not Christmas Eve, but the eve before Christmas Eve. And it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
Anton, you are amazing. The work you do there is great. We understand you're moving to a new location in New Paltz. We look forward to being able to drop back in at some point. And I gotta say, if you were in the Poughkeepsie, Fishkill, New Paltz, Hudson Valley River area, stop in at Fuchsia Tiki Bar because they know what they're doing. They're on point. They got the connections. Their rum collection is second to none in the area. You'd have to go to New York City to even rival it. So amazing stuff. What we haven't done tonight so far
is make a cocktail.
So we should do that.
Yeah.
Because so I do not have like all of the various different rums and that sort of thing that I would normally have. So we're going to do just a couple of cocktails, and we're going to keep it relatively simple. The first thing we're going to do in honor of stopping by Fuchsia is we're going to have the drink that I had. We're going to do a Mai Tai, but we're going to limit it because of the rum that we have, right? Mm-hmm. So here we go. This is a shake and drink.
Did I bring you the ice?
You did not bring me the ice back, so we need to do that. We also only have enough ice to make 2 cocktails, so we're going to do that. So first of all, the Mai Tai. So 1/4 ounce of orgeat. And if you are joining us and are not familiar with orgeat is essentially an almond milk syrup with some other spices and ingredients added to it. So we're going to go 1/4 ounce of orgeat. Now you can go all the way up to a 1/2 ounce of the orgeat with the other ingredient after that, which is a demerara syrup or a simple syrup. Either way, but usually it's a 1/4 ounce of each. And so we're going to go ahead and go with a 1/4 ounce of each because I don't want the orgeat to overpower it. So this is a spiced demerara syrup to make up the other 1/4 ounce. So here we go. We're going to go 1/4 ounce of that. And yes, these are just travel bottles because, well, you don't want to travel with massive amounts of cocktail ingredients because
it's got to go in the cooler.
It's got to go in the cooler, right? Although some of these are 2 to 1 or more, so they're technically shelf stable, but
and it is cold enough out that
it is cold enough out. Yeah, hopefully everybody is staying warm. All right. So there's your sweet component, and then we're going to add some dry curacao. Now I'm not carrying dry curacao with me. Normally I'd use the Pierre Ferrand, but I do carry generally small bottles of Cointreau, and so we're going to go with that, and we're going to go a 1/2 ounce of dry Cointreau. Going to add a little bit of orange to this. All right, so there's a 1/2 ounce there. Lime juice is an absolute must. I don't bother to carry limes with me most of the time. We just stop at a supermarket and get some limes. So I've already juiced that. So we've got some lime juice right here. We're going to go a full ounce of lime juice. Right, there's a full ounce of lime juice. We're going to actually drop one of these husks in here.
Amanda made a Mai Tai-ish drink. She didn't have orgeat, but she used a mystery syrup she got from Shaker and Spoon Island Dream.
Mystery syrup.
Which is a bunch of fruit juices. I know. Forgive me for trying to make a Mai Tai without orgeat. Hey, you use what you have.
And it may not be, any Mai Tai, but you're riffing off the base Mai Tai recipe
Right.
to make something. Was it tasty? Did you enjoy it? Then
That's
very
what
enough.
counts.
So normally, again, you do a split base, you do a Jamaican rum, and then often a French rum of some sort. People are starting to get away from the idea of using an agricole because it doesn't quite match the flavor profile of the original rums that were used with the Mai Tai. We're limited on what rum we have, so I could
Oh shucks, we have to use the Dr. Bird.
I could add. I have a mini bottle of Bacardi Gold, or I could just use another ounce of the Dr. Bird, and that is in fact what we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. This is gonna be a super funky pineapple-y Mai Tai. It just is, because that's the way it's gonna be.
Amanda says it was tasty and her drinkers enjoyed it also.
Excellent. So we're gonna throw some ice in the shaker. I'm going to go here, just short up a little bit. We have these beautiful red glasses that used to belong to
Grandma Lucy.
Grandma Lucy?
Yeah.
I think Grandma
no,
Lucy.
it
No, I think it was Mom's
Right,
mother.
I think you're right.
So
I
it's
think
Grandma
you're right.
Jessie,
Sorry.
right? And we're going to use those.
We've got I haven't cleaned the pitcher, but
They were at one time at our house in Kansas, and now they made it over here to New York, and I guess they're coming back with us to DC or something. I don't know. That's for tricking. All right. There we go.
if you pour off a little, I'll give that over to your mom.
Which is still a lot more profitable.
Go for Mom.
Yeah.
I was saying, well, not
We can do that.
50,000.
I'm straining a little off for her. Okay, let's just. I'm not sure what that was. It was a little. Oh, I bet I do know what that was. That was no. Don't pour it into the Dr. Bird glass. That would be bad. I think that was part of the lime husk. Yep. All right. There we go. Now I have not tasted this, obviously, so we don't know what this tastes like. I'm gonna pour this in here.
Some Mai Tai.
Across the road, right in front
All right.
of the bus now.
So there we go. Traditional garnish for that is the half lime husk, and we have here some some mint. So we're going to put some mint in there.
Went up the hill. Papa Bear went back to eat the caribou.
Slap that around a little bit.
This is my Dr. Bird pineapple I got for.
And look at here. See what this is? This is a bar towel.
Yeah.
It is a brand new bar towel. We got 3 of them, which is pretty awesome because
Yeah.
I'm going to go through bar towels like mad. Did not bring any of our shaker and spoon, not shaker and spoon,
Surfside Sips.
Surfside Sips straws with us, unfortunately. But here we go.
But our friends in California got theirs today and absolutely love them.
Oh, that's tasty. Oh, that is a divine, easily a variation of on a Mai Tai. Oh, yep.
Oh.
So the putting the lime husk in there really beats up a little more of the oil and gets a little bit more of that lime flavor into your cocktail. That really makes a very distinctive Mai Tai. I'm a little surprised at the higher proof of the Dr. Bird doesn't just roll over this in some way.
So Amanda says it was tasty and my drinkers enjoyed it too. They had bought Botron rum from Guatemala.
Right? Botron.
It was 8 years, so she used that for the lightly aged and then used the Musalam. I don't know how to pronounce that, 15 for the dark.
Yep.
I was going to ask you for help, but I wanted to see how I did it on my own. Padawin tries to hold it alone.
And apparently succeeded, right?
Yeah.
So you weren't hung out to dry there. I would need these rinsed because
Okay.
I'm going to do another cocktail.
That's yummy.
Right? That is quite yummy. What else did we do? By the way, stopping by Fuchsia. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, coasters. We almost walked away with a sweatshirt because that would be awesome. Unfortunately, they didn't have any in my stock because they're a little low on stock. Here's a coaster with the appropriate writing on it to let you know why you're supposed to use those. Star.
Did you get any presents?
I did get some presents. Are you? Oh, yeah, you're broadcasting again.
Yeah.
Am I? We're still good.
Yeah.
We're still good.
I turned mine off for rinsing.
Right. So Star evidently found me some Amarula fruit liqueur chocolate yummies. So you may know that our friend Chris is fighting GBM and has named that great big mastodon. And Amarula, we were asked to make a cocktail with Amarula, and we did that for her and for David. So we now have a bottle of Amarula at home. We didn't realize Amarula came in different flavors until we got here.
Yeah.
So I guess there are holiday flavors of the Amarula. But now I have chocolates for Amarula, so that sounds
Yeah.
good to me. What else did we get?
I think you have to take it out.
I probably do have to take it out, but you can already tell. Oops. That says Havana Club on it, and it's actually the logo of the Cuban Havana Club. And yes, this is essentially a jersey, right? It's a Christmas jersey because it's got reindeer and Christmas trees on it, but it's got the Havana Club label on it, which is just pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to wear that. Sadly, I cannot wear that back to Fuchsia because they're not going to be open while we're gone. So while we're still here, so they're taking a much-needed break. And but I think that's last but not least. Right?
You got a book.
I got a book. So you may know, if you've watched the last couple of episodes, you may know that I got a tome, an 830-plus page tome from Matt Petrick on Caribbean rum. This is slightly less methodical, slightly less texty. This is Drinking with the Saints, which goes through the Catholic calendar for each one of the saints' feast days and has recommended cocktails for each of the feast days. And in addition to that, sometimes also has like recommended wines or beers to go with that. I'm not sure why Saint Jose Maria Escriva, whose holy day is June 26th, why the mangy donkey is the cocktail of choice for them, but it's probably not good. It's probably not a good reason.
Yeah.
Good.
I
brandy, dry vermouth, dash of orange bitters, and an orange wheel. Okay.
I thought it looked kind of a fun play on Pooch
Stuff.
being a bartender and Catholic, and seemed like the right gift.
So there we go. All right. So there's that. So what else are we going to do?
You can make another cocktail.
We're gonna do one more cocktail,
Okay.
and then we're gonna call it quits. So remember, I only have this much ice to work with.
Right.
And I do have the means to do crushed ice, but it just didn't seem like. So when I say means to do crushed ice with my traveling kit, that consists of one mallet / muddler and
A Lewis bag.
a Lewis bag. So the Lewis bags are essentially a canvas bag that wicks the water away from the ice to keep it from doing the melty thing and getting very, very liquidy. So it's a relatively easy way to make crushed ice, but I just thought it would be easier if I didn't do a crushed ice cocktail this evening. So both of these are shaken. Now the second cocktail is a staple of tiki bars around the world, but it is never the same thing twice. So pretty much every bar has some rum barrel of some sort on the menu. And like if you look at the Smuggler's Cove recipe for the rum barrel, they list a couple of the ingredients and then the rest of it is sort of blacked out. So you can't tell what the rest of the ingredients are. That's pretty typical of rum barrels around the country. They are the signature drinks for many of the different bars. And so you just never know. Although the basic structure of them is the same. So we're going to start off with some passion fruit. Now, sort of a typical rum barrel recipe calls for passion fruit puree or passion fruit juice and some form of simple syrup. I could do that, but that would have entailed bringing along passion fruit to do that, and then it would have entailed me creating some simple syrup, which is not hard at all. But what I did have in the fridge was passion fruit syrup, right? So the recipe calls for 3/4 of an ounce of syrup, 3/4 of an ounce of passion fruit. So we're going to go 1.5 ounces of passion fruit syrup, and we're going to just call it good. So we're going to do that. So once again, we're going to go 3/4 of an ounce.
Beer, you mean? Oh, yeah.
3/4 of an ounce. And then we're going to go 3/4 of an ounce. And that's 1.5 ounces.
Yep.
Kids, stay in school, learn your fractions. It's the best way to impress your family. Okay, next up, pineapple juice. So we could have done a pineapple and juiced it, but we're not going to. So we have a can of pineapple juice here. What, doesn't everybody travel with a can of pineapple juice and a can of white grapefruit juice? I mean, if you got room in your cocktail.
There are white grapefruits here.
Yeah, and since there were white grapefruits available in the supermarket, we bought some, and now we have some white grapefruit juice here that we're going to be using in this cocktail. Okay, pineapple juice, 3/4 of an ounce, right? All right. Yeah, 3/4 of an ounce of pineapple juice.
Yeah, you don't have your whiteboard, do you?
I don't
You
have
got to
my whiteboard.
write it down.
Harkening back to the old days. Here you go, hon. I know you'll drink the pineapple juice. You might see if Karen wants some
Karen
pineapple
may
juice.
want some as well.
She likes pineapple juice. We're going to tart this up with a little bit of lime juice. That's 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. 3/4. And normally this is done with orange juice, but as long as we happen to have the grapefruit juice available, why use a simpering little orange juice when you could use grapefruit juice? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 3/4 of an ounce of grapefruit juice. 3/4 of an ounce grapefruit juice right there. And then the collection of rums that you use for a rum barrel is idiosyncratic. It can be whatever you would like, but the recipe that I'm basing this off of starts with 1 ounce of a dark Jamaican rum, and then goes 1 ounce of a 151 Cuban or Puerto Rican rum. So we could just go 2 ounces of Dr. Bird, which would be about right in terms of the alcohol percentage. But I think what I want to do here is I'm going to reach over and use the Bacardi Gold. And we're going to go with 3/4 of an ounce of this.
Okay.
So 3/4 ounce Bacardi Gold. Oh, it's just sticky. What is that? Am I bleeding? No, it's just something sweet that is stuck on there. Okay, next up, we need the Dr. Bird. So that's here. Since the total rum in this drink is 2 ounces, and we just did 3/4 of an ounce, that means we need 1.25 ounces, right?
Yeah, your mic is going out more than usual. You might want to move it up. Or make sure it's plugged in right.
Move this guy up. I am speaking a little lighter than I normally would, though. I could turn up the volume, too. How about that?
There you go.
No, what?
No, it's just because you were.
Just,
There we go.
all right.
Hopefully that doesn't-
So we'll see how that works. All right. So we need 1.25 ounces. So we're going to go with 3/4 of an ounce and then 1/2 ounce. Yeah. There's the 3/4. That's 1/2 ounce. That's 1 ounce, and
It's 2 ounces.
that's total of 2 ounces.
Right.
Total of 2. I was suddenly like, math hard.
Math.
Stay in
Stay in
school. Right. All right. So there we go. I still have a lime husk left over, so why don't I just toss? I have 2 of them. We're going to toss one in there. We're going to add some ice. I'm going to put the ice in the larger container here. Just a little bit something. shake it up. We're going to throw it in another red glass.
Yeah. Don't
Again,
worry
pour
about it.
some more for your mom.
What is
yeah.
this?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Right. So shaky, shaky. Also, different from our usual is that I'm delivering this all from sitting position. Which is very unusual for me. Usually I'm wandering all over the place. Okay, so a little bit for Mom. I should probably actually taste this. Sure, we'll do this. Make sure that actually works. Yeah, I don't know if we should serve that or not. That might not. All right, yeah, I can't even fool my way through that. That's terribly yummy. So we're gonna add soup and soup. There's a little peychaud's in the bottom there, and then we're gonna pour this on top.
Oh, we're passing around.
Whoops, a little full.
It's a rum barrel. Sour fruity rum.
Yeah. So apparently the comments from the other room are indicating that this is okay. We need a little mint.
Oh, what is it?
Smack some mint up.
Oh, all right.
This goes in here, and there we go. Here is a rum barrel a la Poughkeepsie. Ta-da! There you go. And apparently I'm stuck just drinking Dr. Bird because that's all I got. Star seems to think that that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cube attached there. All right, so normally we do 3 cocktails. We're just going to do 2 this evening. I don't know that we got anything else other than, Merry Christmas. It's the last day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Pardon me, I don't honestly know on various other holiday traditions like Kwanzaa and Festivus and
Yeah.
and all those, but hopefully you're having a great holiday season, and we will see you next week, presumably from the home location.
Right.
And presumably we will have gotten the lighting fixed, so not partially in shade, partially out. So, last couple of things. If you're here in the Hudson Valley area, go to Fuchsia. They're awesome. They know what they're doing. They love to talk with you. They're great. And they're absolutely hidden gem. People in the know them. People not in the know really need to know them. Second, if you're looking for just sort of your standards and you have a wide variety shopping list of things, go to Viscount. Viscount will have you covered. If you're interested in finding something a little interesting, a little different, looking for stuff that's outside the ordinary, then I would definitely recommend hitting up Boutique, Boutique in Fishkill. So there you go. So if you're in Poughkeepsie, stop by and see my mom and Larry. If you're in New Paltz, go to Fuchsia. If you are in Fishkill, go ahead and go to Boutique. I'm not sure where Viscount is. It's probably Fishkill, isn't it?
It's Poughkeepsie or Fishkill or between the two.
But we're all within like a half hour of each other. You like the half hour gesture? I don't know what that is. Of one another. So stop in and I don't know. You could tell them that Pooch and Star sent you or that Lovecraft Cocktails sent you.
Well, you could definitely, tell Fuchsia because our pin's behind the bar now.
Right, our pin is behind the bar, so you can go. Wait, isn't that Star and Pooch? And then they'll treat you right regardless. But writer, I don't think there is a writer. I don't know. Anton, thank you so much for showing us a great time the other night at your bar.
The definition of hospitality.
Absolutely, definition of hospitality. You're great. You're awesome. keep doing what you're doing because you're keeping the dream alive.
And we'll be back.
We will be back. Maybe not that location, but we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, on that note, I think we're going to sign off. In order for me to sign off, I have to be drinking something. The only thing I've got to drink is Dr. Bird because I didn't get any cocktails this evening. So it's okay. It'll be fine. We're all right. So I'm going to hit end live video unless there's comments. Are there comments? No comments? Everybody else is signed off. They all hate me, right? Going out a bit more. I can tell by the way you chugged it. I know it's good. Stay safe. Yes, we will stay safe on our way home. The open alcohol bottles will all be in the back of the vehicle where it is absolutely safe, et cetera, et cetera. All right, talk to you all later. See you next week. Have a great rest of your holidays, and happy holidays from Lovecraft Cocktails. May your cocktails never have tendrils rising up to greet you. I don't know. Whatever. End live cocktail.